I mean, that would have nothing to do with me, right? Does he have vision? Doesn't look like he's gonna have to back up. Ace almost able to take him down. In fact, he doesn't have boots. Kuroki doesn't either. He should be able to catch up with one right click. Ace gets the first blood. Fnatic plays a little bit more passively. As top lane. Wraith King doesn't have his ultimate. He's definitely gonna fall, as even the epicenter is used to finish him off. This would be honestly a good right away. Not sure if this is going to turn into a fight of any sort. Fnatic did a really good job of recognizing that the Sand King ult was down. Oh my god, Elder Titan ult might do a ton of damage. It's only going to catch one though. We have a stun onto No Tail from the Wraith King. Arise though looks like he's going to be one of the first ones to go down, along with the Witch Doctor. This is going to be a disaster for Fnatic if they're not careful. 2 dead. Wraith King's ult does activate though, and just as I was talking about, the Sand King ult comes off cooldown. They're able to secure another kill. Wraith King dies yet again. Aegis was used, I believe. I'm not sure who had that. Hani's able to take out at least one. PA, who had the Aegis? Was it PA? It must have been PA. So she's alive, but stuck in the trees. And we have a teleport here. Out of the trees for Arise.
I don't think. And then when you're at that kind of deficit in the fight, you're just not going to win it. So they need clearer fighting calls like this. They just need to be more decisive, is what I'm getting at.
Puppy versus PA. Nothing's gonna happen
Kuro
though.
and S4 versus Ace. Ace lost.
He lost pretty hard. There is some backup on the way. Of course, they don't really have a whole lot of mobility with this Wraith King, but the swap is there. Hani gonna stun out Kuroki. Kuroki does not. He has Ancient Seal now, but I don't think that's gonna be enough to get away. As recovery. Secret definitely has the advantage right now. They're going to transition this into a tier 1 top tower. As here comes the ET ult, the stun, burrow strike. Oh, it actually hits 2. S4 though, taking a lot of damage. Oh my lord. PA just ripped you a new one. No Tail on the run. Couple more right clicks to go, and he's going to fall as well, along with the tier 1 tower. So with this smoke, this could be really big for Fnatic. They're able to execute. Denai's not able to come out. Of course, being a melee hero doesn't help in that department. And Secret's just in the trees right now. What's going to happen? We have a burrow strike initiation. Elder Titan ult coming out. He's getting the swap just in time, but Honey gets taken down to half HP. The Death Ward doing work. It's going to be a 2-for-1 exchange, likely the only casualty of war for Secret as they are now on the run. But Epicenter is here. PA getting demolished. Wraith King ult finally activating, but PA's dead, so I don't know how much Crit can do here, along with the Witch Doctor, who are both on the run. I expect at least one of them to die, if not both. The Burrow Strike's going to ensure that Wraith King will, in all likelihood, fall. So this is going to end up being a team wipe going the way of Team Secret, and all they lost was Lycans.
That was their worst decision making, and their a little bit poor timing against Team Secret has now given Secret a 12k golden experience lead, and that's just that's a problem.
Wraith King takes so much damage. Actually, BKB forced by PA. Here comes the swap by Hani. Can they finish up No Tail before this fight goes any further? But here's the Epicenter on multiple heroes. Dust is going to be popping. It doesn't really matter at this point. PA's dead. LC's dead. Witch Doctor soon to be dead, I would assume. Kuroki, though, getting stunned, taken out with relative ease from Hani. Another stun coming out, actually. Crit. His ult was activated. Death Ward not gonna do enough. Okay, the stun comes out from Wraith King, enabling the kill. So it's a 3-for-2. There might have been a buyback actually. Don't think so. So it's a 3-for-3, unless there were buybacks that I missed. Hani on the run.
Just flat out 3-for-3.
And
Fnatic
Witch Doctor
can be happy with that outcome.
Absolutely. I didn't think that was gonna go up for them at all. S4 does have a burrow strike. Gonna use it for Witch Doctor. So it ends up being a 4-for-3, but still.
I still think they can be happy with that.
Prioritizing Witch Doctor a little bit more, it seems. That's the one hero that can actually turn a fight despite you being like 15k down in net worth. As we have an ult usage from Skywrath Mage, along with you can't even tell whose Yules these are anymore. Swap in Kuroki. There's the first duel won by Fnatic. Epicenter's being used. PA. No BKB, not in time. S4's gonna get taken out. So it's gonna be a trade. And actually, the Witch Doctor Ward doing a lot of damage, despite probably having BKB. Of course, the physical damage will go through that. Wraith King. Ult is activated. No Tail gets force-staffed. Yules gonna dodge the stun. Will that save him is the question. Trying to get the stomp up, but that is like the longest cast animation in the game. Coming shortly. See what happens. The Burrow Strike was already used. Wraith King in all likelihood gonna get... Nope, he's gonna cancel a stun. Yules actually used on himself, I believe. Stun does connect on S4. Finally, a double BKB activated. Bat Rider taking a lot of damage. Hani's going to go down first, however. Ace to follow. The duel was lost Ay, ay, ay. 4 dead for Fnatic. Only one to be lost for Secret is Batrider. Make it a full team wipe. Roshan not quite up. There's going to be a ton of damage coming out. So we do have a buyback from Ven.
Classic puppy paws right there.
Yeah.
Mid-fight.
Indeed. And the beauty for this, for Secret, is they can actually transition this back into a Roshan if they really want. This Hani's going to take a little bit of damage. There's a swap, and it's actually going to dodge the stun, but the Mist Flare dealing work, takes the last hit from No-Till, goes down. The Yules, look at the utility of this team. Double Yules, in fact. I don't know if this is enough to get racked out. Have another TP in. PA, okay, it is definitely enough. PA is dead right off the bat. Stomp. Not the right timing. LC, you better be careful as well. They're gonna get the stun off on Puppy. Doesn't have an Aegis or anything like that. LC uses the ult, will win, but Epicenter gonna kill 2 again. Fnatic just getting wrecked in these fights. In all likelihood, Secret will fall back after this. Yule's used yet again. BK activated by Simba as he's trying to run away. Witch Doctor ult dealing a little bit of damage, but not enough to finish off either Kuroki or Simba. They're just gonna turn on Wraith King again. No ultimate with that ridiculous cooldown. Actually, is level 2.
It just has to be better than that, and they haven't found the opportunities that they needed. Now they're gonna go Roche. I like this play a lot. You're behind,
Still
go
risky.
for something drastic.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, they're being watched.
He's gonna be scouting this out pretty easily. Witch Doctor, this is the key here, is Witch Doctor. S4 gets stunned, might actually get taken out. The Yule's gonna save him, at least for now. Batrider trying to bring somebody up behind. A nice swap. S4 trying to get away, almost goes down to the LC, but Hani will be the second dead for Fnatic. Witch Doctor unfortunately was the first, so there's pretty much no way Fnatic wins this. PA does get a kill. They get healed up next to LZ. And then okay. And burn even with Smith still mattering.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
LZ in the end. And he is next on the list for last for Fnatic. Get like 5 Mystic Flares off on one hero just for fun, just because you can. Witch Doctor. Oh, they're actually TPing to the Astral Spirit, and this is nice usage from Legion Commander and a nice swap actually. They're trying to keep Witch Doctor alive with all their might. He might go down. Oh, it's gonna be close. They end up taking out Elder Titan. BKB used by Ace in addition to this. And the chase continues. Epicenter used on basically one hero. Burrow Strike's gonna miss regardless of the BKB activation, which wasn't end of the meeting. Kuroki almost gets crit down, but uses the Ghost Scepters, end up falling to the Legion Commander in the end. So the Aegis is used at the very least, but Puppy in the meantime, bottom lane, BKB, he just goes for the racks. Doesn't even care about Hani at all, as he shouldn't. This is going to be another lane of racks going the way of Secret. Space created. Even though that was really good execution from Fnatic, I thought.
There's no way he gets out of this, really? Really? Oh my goodness. No way he gets out of this, really? Really? Oh my goodness. No mana on the Venge for neither swap nor stun. Witch Doctor wasn't in range for the cask, I believe. He even gets out. That's unbelievable. And they find a pick off on the Raiders. They can force a fight, but I think Secret know what's going on. They even pinged him a moment ago. They have triple Yules. If anyone is in range, they can just stop that ult. So without a BKB on Witch Doctor, it's going to be hard now. They're going to swap Puppy.
Yep. Triple BKB, everybody's golden in the hizzy. Puppy doesn't look like anything's gonna come from this duel. Okay, I stand corrected. Puppy's the one that gains the damage. That's not good news. Look how fast he is. That is insane. And here we have the Epicenter on 2. This could be the beginning of the end for Fnatic, because we do have a buyback on LC. No ultimate though, not sure how much you can do. Yules, again, used defensively. These Yules have just come out of nowhere and they're doing so much work. They end up taking out Sand King. Elder Titan buys back, so Fnatic doing a good job of defending, at least for now. Ghost Scepter usage by Kuroki. He does have Cheese, Aegis already used. And here, look at it. Oh, he's going to dodge the look at it go. Thanks to the Yules yet again. But, oh my, triple kill going the way of a Rise. So defense successful, and Big Daddy No-Till might be next on the list. That is the longest stun ever I've seen from Vengeful Spirit. But another Yules defensive usage, dodging that stun. He's going to attempt to run away. Don't think that's going to be in the cards for him. Another? Wow, that cooldown is ridiculous. Alright, now we're going to pop his ult. No kill is going to come from this in the normal fight. As here we have initiation, Batrider coming in. Witch Doctor ult doing a decent job. No, nobody's really in range at this point though. Might get the kill. Kuroki, okay, he melts. Absolutely melts. I don't even know how many ults he got off, but it wasn't many.
Got off 2.
Fnatic somehow winning that. He got 2 off. Did he get any kills? Forcing it out of Hani, and that means no swap in this engagement if there is one. But Chris
3 on
now
5.
has his ultimate finally. Oh my goodness, that is just living
Here
on
comes
the edge.
Puppy.
Even the lifesteal's not enough. Puppy pops BKB, Hani pops BKB. That's not really going to matter against the Abyssal Blade. And, oh, okay, that's not even an Abyssal Blade. Good god. He can easily pick it up too with all this gold. Crit. Finally, the ult is used, but will die very shortly after. Here comes the Witch Doctor ult. Won't do a whole lot to Banking as he just pops his Sandstorm in the meantime. S4, Burrow strikes out. And the Mega's just going to work. Thrown at half HP. I'm really surprised there's no GG calls. I'm sure they're soon to come. As Secret, is he gonna get it? He gets it! 118 damage going away LC in a loss. Congratulations to Secret, they are now 4-1 overall in this tournament. There's gonna be a game 2 coming up soon. Any last words about this? We had quite a bit of time to talk about, well, the inevitable, I suppose.
Well, I feel like we kind of covered it. It was just, there was especially the fight top where Fnatic were starting to gather and